AI system today can make decisions and take action in real time in real world, but without understanding the full context, they often miss the mark, leading to unintended risk or opaque outcomes. In my talk, I will show you how context engineering can transform agentic AI so the decisions are not only smart but fully defensible. Hello, welcome to the next episode of Defensible AI talk series. A year ago, if you go to any AI conferences, most people will talk about which model they are using, what models are new coming, as if they are talking about a Formula One race cars and where the horsepower only matters. But things have changed. Enterprise has discovered the smarter model are in the success key. A model may know the legal policies of the on the internet, but they may not know your procurement policy, or they do not know your contract which was approved yesterday or rejected by yesterday. That realization is bringing up completely new discipline called context engineering. Today, I want to explore why context engineering is becoming a most important layer in enterprise AI and why it forms the foundation of what I call defensive AI. We will also talk through a real life example from legal tech and show you how context is transforming a legal solution from impressive to being trustworthy. I am Saurabh Kaushik, product lead, watsonx.data. Let's move forward. Let's imagine you hired a very expensive smartest lawyer to do your review of a procurement contract on the day one. Somehow you're not giving him company policies, previous contract, regulatory guidance, or risk framework. Would you trust that recommendation first? Probably not. Yet that is exactly how we are deploying AI systems today. We give them the goal, they retrieve the document from the vector search and confidently give a beautiful answers, very confident answers. The problem is not the intelligence, it is missing the context. Here in this particular example, AI recommends a 5 million liability cap because in an internet standard it is fine to have it, but unfortunately my company has only 1 million cap, million dollar cap, which is written in a one policy document, let's say 4.3. The answers sound convincing, but it lacked the enterprise grounding, and that is the risk for the enterprise. Now let's take the same scenario, same contract, same model, same prompt, but the only thing you change is the context. Before reasoning begins, the context actually is supposed to assemble the policies, the legal playbook, the business metadata, your previous agreement, legal citations, government rules, etc. Instead of reasoning in vacuum, the now model reasons with the enterprise boundaries and context. The result gonna be dramatically different. The AI identifies the liability cap, violating risk policy 4.3, explaining why that is a high risk and provide a supporting references. The outcome is no longer an answer, it becomes a very defensible solution. Here is a short market study from McKinsey on state of AI. The numbers tells interesting story. AI adoption is high with the AI pilots everywhere, Copilot, GPT, chat bots, with all AI strategy. Yet trusted production deployment remains surprisingly at low 20%. Why? Because organizations have discovered as agent becomes more autonomous, governance becomes significantly harder. As we see, inaccuracy of the output is at 60% becomes a key concern for enterprise, and that brings the trust deficit. The key question is no longer can AI do the work. The real question is can we prove or can it prove why it did that work? When I talk about defensive AI, I don't mean perfect AI. We are not perfect. Lawyers are not perfect. Product managers are not perfect. Defensive means that when something goes wrong, we can answer a few questions confidently. Grounding means what data was used, explainability how decisions were made, governance means what policy you used, traceability means what was a decision taken in the past, auditability means reproducibility. If the answer to these questions are positive, you have governance. And if not, you have some very expensive science experiment running on stakeholders' money. Enterprise do not run on science experiment; they run accountability. Historically, we thought of a simpler model. Data goes into the model, and the model produces the answer, and that would work very well for the demos or bare metal POCs, but failed into the production at scale due to the trust issues. Today, architecture looks very different. It is data to the context, to the model, and then action. The context layer assembles the metadata, permissions, lineage, citations, rules, prior decisions before even starting the decision making or reasoning. I often describe this way: the model is the brain, but the context is the memory, and the memory often matters more than IQ. The same principle applies to enterprise AI. We see further evolution of data and AI platform. The AI systems are evolving from a simpler question answer system to autonomous agent where it can reason, plan, act, and they do that safely. That they don't just need a bigger or better data, but they need context. In data and AI platform, this context layer comprises of knowledge graph, semantic layer, and context assembly. But unified layer brings together all the below layers with it: metadata, governance, lineage, retrievals, and business knowledge into the single trusted foundation. Think of it as a progression. Data becomes knowledge, knowledge becomes context, and context enables the trust. So model provided the intelligence, but the context made it trustworthy, and that's a feature of data and AI stack platform. One of the strong signals that we see shifting major AI companies are investing in context. Everyone is approaching differently. Anthropic's using MCP as a vehicle. OpenAI is thinking on memory, and Microsoft is building knowledge graphs. Snowflake is building semantic layer, but IBM is doing much better than bringing a unified context layer. A different approach, but all solving the same problem. During recent Databricks Data AI Summit, Ali Ghodse's CEO mentioned that their focus is on context control amongst the other things like cost and choices. Industry is realizing that better models alone are not enough. Agent needs memory, business understanding, policies, and trusted knowledge to make reliable decisions. And the next generation of enterprise will not compete only on data or models. They compete on who can provide the richest and most trusted context. IBM watsonx.data is also building these capabilities in its stack. We view context with should not be a collection of disconnected service. It should be a unified platform capability built directly into the data platform. We have released many capabilities like OpenRAG and first version of context, and many more on the way. Basically, enterprise data and OpenRAG unlocks the structured and unstructured data problem. Governance provides policies, lineage, compliance, and access control. And a context layer, as I mentioned, brings together the knowledge graph, semantic understanding, and context assembly. This is the trusted foundation of a defensible AI services and for the enterprise agents. Demo time. This is where the rubber meets the road and theory becomes the practical. In my view, legal workflows are perfect testing ground for this. For simple reason, mistakes are very expensive in legal fraternity, and every recommendation must be defensible in court of law. I have developed this solution to demonstrate the power of context in legal space. In this demo, we are going to see how the solution identifies the risk clause, how it brings together the context with the precedent, citation, references, and how risk is reduced using generated references, and how it is made perfectly defensible. In this architecture, layer 1 basically assembles all the legal knowledge. Level 2 basically connects all these legal knowledge into more semantic, relatable graphs. Legal 3 is all, as we say, bringing that whole context assembly with citation, policies, context, clause, etc. And top layer is all about the legal reasoning. Let's first start exploring the knowledge base. So first we are looking at the knowledge base, and knowledge base where all the collection of acts and the legal acts are there. And now what we are seeing is the how the semantic layer is built on the knowledge base. As you can see on the right, concept linkage is all about like semantic understanding on the legal space, and then the building the relationship using graph. As you can see, direct link and other citation, treatment timeline are the strength of the legal graph there. Let's go into rightly demo and first see the contract which we are trying to review right now. This is the original context, and let's see what are the key citations we have. These are red marked one are the clauses which system has found risky, and it's trying to show you some of the related citation it has found into the database. So that will become the basis for the context when we are trying to resolve this particular clause. As you can see, it has identified very related clause, very related acts and section of that. Let's go into redlining process, which is basically a review process. We are seeing that this limited liability as a risky clause, and the system is trying to generate an AI suggestion based on it. So it is using all the context, is building all the context and trying to bring an answer from the LLM using all the context. As you can see, it brought a good replacement. Also, why that answer has come, jurisdiction, everything, all the good explanation for it, and what is how it is mitigating this one. And most importantly, let's look at the context specs which was generated while generating this answer. So now just wait for a while, and then you will see all the references it brought in which has related act to it, so that it stays into that boundary. Any precedents it picked up, surrounding clauses are everything much before, and LLM context is totality whatever it has gathered. And finally is showing the auditability, is like what it did, is it traceable and replayable. And you can see that input area, it is just not that prompt, it is not that prompt or not that clause, it is everything more than it is citation, it is jurisdiction and many more things. And in the output you can see all the logic it has used to generate the answer, like context, influence, and many more aspects by which we will know why this answer was created, so that you can actually prove it into law for its reasoning. Hope that could help you visualize the power of context engineering and how it is transforming legal tech. If I have to summarize three key points from this talk, that would be, first would be, is AI is no longer a primary model problem. It is increasingly becoming a context problem. Second thing is, trust is becoming a more valuable than intelligence, because intelligence without trust is a risk. And the third one would be, is context is emerging as a strategic control plane for enterprise AI. The fundamental shift is the first generation of AI focused on generating answer. The next generation or current generation will focus on defending these answers. In enterprise, being right is important, but being able to prove that you are right is even far more important. So the future is not just AI, the future is defensible AI. And defensible AI start with context engineering. With that, I conclude this session. Thank you for your time, and see you soon. Thank you.